start promptly. Thank you, everybody who's joining here today in person. For those of you who are first here today, I see some new faces here in person and online. This is our CCIM Greater Los Angeles Broker Forum. So what this is today, first of all, thanks everybody who's here today, because you guys are all the workers, the diehards, the guys who work during the summer, who go on vacation and come back and make sure you show up for work today. So thank you, everybody, and online. And for those of you who don't know, you guys are all going to be live streamed today. This event is recorded. We have it on YouTube. We have it on Facebook. And this is, again, if we want to go to the next slide, JV. Again, this is a CCIM Greater Los Angeles Broker Forum. We might want to put our page next time. What we do here is that we share each other's listings. And what happens is that this is a forum that allows not only the participants to share their comments, ask questions, learn more about the deals, but at the same time, CJ, can you move the next slide? This allows sponsors, and this allows a lot of different organizations to come together to really share ideas. In this marketplace, we are finding that there are more, there's such a huge vacuum of events out there that are either only gone to Zoom, either have had trouble coming in person. I mean, for those of you, how many of you guys here in person? How many events are you guys going to live nowadays?
I guess I can.
Right, as many as you can, right? I mean, how many of them are actually being offered like they used to be? Very rare, right? It's very tough. So that's why we're trying to do our part, come together, put a broker forum, but we also ask for the participants and everybody involved. We are going to send a Survey Monkey or an email because we want to have a mixer. Okay, but we need a feedback from everyone else. We want to know, where do we want to have it? We had a conversation about having this event in Santa Clarita. We really didn't have the registrations, but we are looking to have it in different areas, either the South Bay, Pasadena. We've had it here consistently, but we are looking in different areas. But at the same time, we want to have an evening networking event so that more and more people are able to come. It is today's morning meeting. A lot of you guys love morning meetings. We don't want to remove it, but we want to add to it, if that makes sense. So for those of you, keep that in mind. I want to tell everybody up front that that's one of our high standing, objectives that we're going to be pushing. So, but no further ado, we're going to thank our sponsors. Without you and without our sponsors and our support, we have our platinum sponsor, CoStar, who's been here supporting us in our chapter and, providing the financial support to allow us to have this Zoom platform and to have other resources. Our gold sponsors, RPM Commercial, Restorez, and Bank of America. Today, we want to thank also Bank of America for hosting our in-person. For those of you who don't see the audience, we have about a healthy 150 people in the room at their, all-star headquarters in Pasadena. For those of you, you don't see the Chase, you actually see the Bank of America on top, right? Right, David? No? Right. There you go. So we try to add a little bit of humor here, but at the same time, we want to thank them for graciously offering their office here today, because they have given us their office for close to 4 or 5 times this year, and we are very appreciative of that. So thank our gold sponsors. So our silver sponsors, for those of you who want to contribute and want to be involved and put your logo out there, we have a lot of different brands, real estate companies, cost segregation firms. We have property inspection and various different groups here, if we want to continue to the next slide, that are here to support our chapter. If you guys are looking for any type of vendor when it comes to syndications, when it comes to any type of legal representation, and not only that, giving you guys financing and other resources for your business, we have an entire roster of supporters that not only support our chapter, but also support our brokers, our lenders, and everyone involved in real estate. So our bronze and copper sponsors, for those of you who want to support us in any capacity, we have every level that you guys are interested in. We have our bronze and copper sponsors that have supported us either on the lending side and also in data. So for those of you who are not familiar with CompStack, I want to give them a shout out because they have offered their space in Marina del Rey to do a mixer, by the way. It's a really nice venue. For those of you who are interested, please let us know. But today, we are going to have our sponsor highlights. Here at our broker forums, we actually have a sponsor highlight. For those of you who are sponsors, please give us a call, email DJ or myself, and let us know about what you guys when you would be available for our openings or for our broker forums and events. But today, I'm going to hand it over to Spiros to talk about statewide CDC. Spiros, are you on the line?
Yes, hello everyone. Thank you so much for having us. Sorry we could not make it in person today, but we do plan on being at the next one. So thank you for all of your time. We are a certified development corporation. There's only a handful of us throughout California, Arizona, and Nevada. And we are the nonprofit organization that has the license to underwrite, service, and process SBA 504 lending. We partner with lenders and brokers, and our product is a partnership amongst everyone. For those that have been around for a while, you've done many of these, you know that it's a 10% down product unless it's a special purpose property, and it does not require additional collateral like the 7A product that might take their home or another form of collateral to cover the shortfall. George and I have been doing this for a long time. Our background is vast, more than just SBA. We also have background in 7A equipment, asset-based lending, and other aspects. And one of our, I'd say, competitive advantages to our competitors is we actually underwrite our own deals. So we are loan officers, not business development officers. So there is a difference in our industry between CDCs of, are you speaking to a BDO that's just going to collect the file and hand it to somebody else to work it? Or are you giving the file to someone that's going to actually underwrite the deal himself, right? And by doing it ourselves, processing the spreads, doing the analysis, seeing what banks are involved, we can really advise you as a broker on how each lender will look at it, right? You might have a deal and they're talking to, let's say, Chase, and Chase does underwriting a very specific way versus Bank of America and Wells Fargo and City National. So knowing how they underwrite, which is what we do, it really gives a very competitive advantage to us to be brought in by the broker rather than wait to be brought in by the banker. It is a very important thing in terms of like a tricks of the trade, since we're in this forum of something to discuss. Bringing the right partner in early will help protect your deal from constantly having to get extensions or figuring out that, you know, there's a specific industry that the actual banker didn't know that their credit manager doesn't like. You know what I mean? So as far as a little kind of tip or a tip of the trade or something that we've been seeing a lot lately, we've been finding a lot more office buildings that are being converted to either medical or to other property types. And because office is a little bit more available than industrial, we're doing one right now that's an office that's being converted to a daycare, like a TK program. We have one that's being converted to a medical facility. We have another one that's being converted to a meeting kind of place. So we're seeing a lot of brokers put zoning as part of the contingency. And that has opened up the door to find additional real estate options for borrowers that are looking, that do not have enough available properties ahead of them. So this also goes vice versa. We got a machine shop in LA that is being converted to a law firm, right? And it's one of those new industrial things, right? Polished concrete floors. They're putting the glass conference rooms inside the warehouse, right? They're sandblasting the ceiling of this machine shop into this like really cool, like navy blue color. So they're taking this old facility that would think, and they're making it this like really cool corporate space. So we're seeing a lot of that. As SBA, we can still finance 90% of the project, which includes the purchase of the real estate and the TIs, right? And again, as long as the city gives that blessing initially, and not even the permits, just the zoning saying, hey, we don't mind having a daycare in this office building. We don't mind having a law firm in this industrial building, right? As long as the city gives that blessing on the zoning, we can move forward. So it's very, very interesting things happening, especially now that we're not seeing the availability of real estate that once existed. So think creatively, give us a call. We can make it happen. So choose your partners wisely. Not all created equal, and not all have the same kind of background on the credit side to know how to get it done. And that's our little pitch.
Excellent, Spiros. Does anybody have any questions for our sponsors? Anybody online or anybody in person?
I have a question.
Ooh. Real quick, we have somebody here in person. Can you come up here real quick and maybe we can make sure you can hear you? We have one question from the audience. You want to come up?
Hey, Spiros, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
So when you guys are changing the zoning for example, that machine shop to the law firm, what is being required by the city? Are you needing to submit a full set of plans? How is the determination being made? I'm curious, because that usually takes a little while.
Yeah, so you're legally, you can't submit to the city formally until you own the property. So all they do is go to the city to just get a zoning authorization saying, hey, this property is zoned for this industry, and it can be, right? So if it's medical, it takes a little bit longer. They have to look at the parking. They have to make sure that that's a little bit longer of a process, but you should be able to get something from the city that will say this is an eligible industry for that subject property without actually getting the full formal plan that you would need to be the owner and go through the whole process. But you can definitely go in and check earlier in the process before you close escrow that you can actually do what you need to do on the subject property.
Excellent. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We had somebody online as well.
Yes, hi, Spiros. Thank you for the presentation. My name is Sograr. I'm with Cold Banker. I have a scenario. I have a client. He's not a dentist, but he owns a dental office for past 20 years in Hollywood. Now he's planning to purchase another one, and we've been looking, and he wants an SBA. My question is, if he's not a dentist, but he owns dental facility for past 20 years, does he need a dentist as a partner in order to qualify for that loan or no?
It's a yes and a no. The loan is typically given to the operating company with the real estate holding company as the title holder, but the loan approval, whether it's the bank or the government, is actually given to who's actually paying the mortgage, which is the actual dental corporation. So if he's an owner of the real estate but not the dental corporation, then it's an issue. If he's an owner of the dental corporation and he has 13 dentists, there is no one necessary dentist that needs to be on the loan because there's 13 of them. If he only has one dentist and that dentist leaves, his business is gone because he's not a dentist. So is there a workaround? Yes. It really depends on what is your liability to that one individual or many people, but you do not need to be a dentist to own a dental office. And same thing with, like a pharmacy. The pharmacist doesn't need to own the pharmacy, but you need a pharmacist to get your license. So it kind of goes hand in hand, but you can get around it.
As long as it's over one, or like, let's say if he has four dentists.
Right. So if you got 4 dentists, you can make the argument that if any one of the 4 leaves, it's not detrimental to the business. Not one of their licenses is what's keeping it afloat. So there is no long-term effect to that. So with 4, I think you can make a very good argument. If one of the 4 becomes a guarantor, then it's a slam dunk. If none of them become, that's fine. I think you can make the argument for the real estate side that it can work. And based on their history, they have proven that it does work.
Thank you.
Any other questions, or what we still have them on the line? Excellent, Spiros. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope everyone learned something. I definitely did right now about you don't have to own the pharmacy. You don't have to be a pharmacist to own a pharmacy. That's interesting.
That's right. And then one last thing, don't forget, interest rates dropped to 6.2 on a 25-year fixed. It's cheaper than a home loan. That's also accessible for refis. So the rates are quite appealing right now. And that 6.2 is what's called the all-in rate. That's once the SBA fee has been financed. After that, for the life of the loan, the 25 years, the ongoing note rate is 4.89%. So think of it like an APR versus APY kind of situation. The advertised rate is all in with all fees combined, but the note rate that you're actually keeping for the life of the loan is 4.89%.
Amazing. That's our debt service. Oh, we have one more question here. Fredo, you want to come up here to the stage because you can't hear you. We're gonna get a mic one of these days. One more question.
Spiros, thank you very much for your presentation. I was curious, can you explain the difference between that note rate, the 4.89 and the 6.2%? Because the 4.89 sounds very appealing. The 6.2% is okay.
Sure.
How does that work?
So the SBA once a month on the first Tuesday of the month, they create a tax-free government bond. So no taxpayer money is actually used on this 504 loan program. And that bond is the 4.89%. It's what a 401k, a municipality, somebody would invest. If they don't want to invest in the 10-year treasury, they invest in this double tax-free bond. And that's the rate that they get back. That's their rate of return, and it's real estate secured. So our note rate is typically a little bit higher than the 10-year treasury. And that's that's what's guaranteed to the investors. Then the customer, when they first get the loan, they're charged a 2.15% loan fee to participate in this program. And that's the fee that basically goes into to create the bond, to move the money and so forth. That is financed into the loan. So if they buy a building for $1 million and their SBA loan is $400,000, they're actually going to pay $415,000 on their loan. So when you account for all the fees that are associated with this program, their all-in rate over their 25-year period would actually average out to 6.2. Their note rate, however, once you finance that fee, moving forward, what you have for the next 25 years, your prepayment penalty is based on the 4.89. Your interest calculator, principal and interest, is based off of the 4.89. It's the fees that get you there. So when you go to refinance 2 years from now, you've already paid the fee, right? It's already been added to the top of your loan. So moving forward to refinance, you would have to do better than the note rate rather than trying to beat the 6.2 because you've already paid it. It's already been included into your loan, all these fees. And that's the difference.
Okay. Almost there.
Almost there. Again, just think of it like once
Real quick, the monthly payment. Yeah, the monthly payment is the 4.89, right? Or 4.83.
The monthly payment is calculated off the 4.89, and then Wells Fargo charges a fee to do the money movement because they're the ones that auto debit. They are the ones that have the contract with the federal government, right? So they do that. So then there's a servicing fee that's included in there. This is where all these fees that are financed into the loan this is where they come into, and that's where your 6.2 all-in comes in.
Right.
So we do calculate the P&I off of the 4.89, and then you add the servicing fee, and that's how you get to your total.
Excellent.
Can you prepay them instead of put it into the loan?
No, because you can't prepay, and you're not allowed to even make $1 of principal reduction additional, because that month that note is made, it's not made just for one client. It takes every single real estate loan in America that month. It adds it all together into one bond. So if you try to make one extra payment, or you try to mess the mathematical algorithm, you mess it all up. So from an accounting standpoint, it's an all or nothing. This is truly supposed to be a lower than market rate, 25-year fixed, long-term. Every 5 years, the payment reduces because the loan reamortizes. So it's intended to have a small business be able to be in that property without a landlord long-term, without the bank telling them you have to refi in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, without forcing them to do anything. That's what it's intended for. And it's on the honor system. We don't site visit, we don't monitor, we don't ask for financials, right? Unless you got a problem, you don't need us. And it's on you if you make it into an investment real estate to notify us. And if you don't, we still don't know until you come back looking for another loan, and then you're not eligible. So it's how it works, and it's been around since 1953, and it works. And now one taxpayer cent has gone to it.
Look at that, guys. Amazing. Spiros, thank you for enlightening us on this topic. We do have to get going on listings, but if anybody has any more questions, you have his contact information here, and we will email you these slides. We will post it online, and you guys will be able to get a hold of Spiros. And thank you, Spiros, for your time. Appreciate you guys, and we'll get going. Again, you don't have to be a pharmacist to own a pharmacy. Thank you, everybody. All right. So first up, we're going to get started our listing presentation. So we're going to give you guys, I think we took a little extra time on that, so we're going to give everybody some time. All right. We have Coldwell Banker, Rira.
Hi, this is Rira from Coldwell Banker.
Excellent. Take it away.
Yeah, so this is a fourplex investment property in Koreatown, Los Angeles. It has 4 units. It was built in 2016. One of the units will be vacant, delivery vacant, so it could be a owner, user, and investment property. Projected cap rate is 5.11, and there's also parking. It's gated. There's 9 parking spaces for all 4 units, and the owner is really motivated. So if you guys have any buyers, feel free to reach me out.
Excellent. Anybody have any questions? No? Excellent, Rira. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Dario. There he is.
Morning. Hey, Francisco. So we just lowered the price on this one to 24.9. This is an old slide. I don't know why it still says 28.9. Oh no, it does say 24.9. So we just lowered this price. There's a little.
I think you're breaking up a little bit. I think you're having some, hold on.
Communication.
Is that better? Yeah.
There we go.
I'm just on my cell phone. That's fine. So office building in Beverly Hills, prime, location, beautiful design, concrete building, 56 parking spots, available, C of O in 60 days, great for an owner user, great visibility, tons of traffic counts on Olympic. Just a great, beautiful building. Next slide. We just listed this. This is in Westchester by LAX. This is not an affordable project. This is a mixed income project, 45 units. The project is a 4-story slab on grade, but there is parking in the back. It's on a corner and on an alley. So you get the benefits of being able to save a ton of money on a podium, You are underparked, going to probably be about 15 parking spots for 45 units, but it's a great location, great jobs. You know, LAX is going through a huge resurgence, tons of investment in the West Side. So it's just a really great design. And this is truly, truly RTI. And with, you know, the vetted construction budget that we have and costing all in for the permits and all the soft costs, you're solving to substantially above 7%, 7.25%, 7.5%, depending on where the price. So this is a very desirable project for somebody that doesn't want to build more housing.
Excellent. Wow. Any questions, anybody? No questions? All right. Go for it, Dario. I think you have one more slide.
I think he got disconnected.
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm here. We just listed this project. It's a 19-unit condo project. Again, not affordable housing. These are all townhomes in city of Santa Monica. This project took probably 10 years to get entitled. You could never probably get this approved again. Subterranean parking, but each unit has its own garage with access entry into their unit. So it really feels like a home. 16 of the 19 homes have rooftops. It's walking distance to Virginia Park, SMC College, Bergamot Station. It's just really well located and just a really beautiful design project. Also, these permits have been paid. So it's not RTI as much as it's shovel ready to break ground as soon as you close escrow. So this is on the market as well.
Really cool project.
That's it. Yeah.
Excellent. Sharing this with us. Yeah, I haven't seen an RTI project in Santa Monica ever. No, just fine now.
Ever.
But no, thank you. Yeah, excellent. Any questions for Dario before we continue on? Anybody? No? Excellent, Dario. Thank you for joining us. They have some old marketing on my slide, you guys. I'm no longer with Kidder Matthews. I'm actually with KW Commercial Beverly Hills. But real quick, this is 44 West Mill Street. This is Burger Point. It's a 4-unit operator, very well located. For those of you who know about the Orange Show, anybody? Orange Show, the Insomniac Raves? No? Okay. Well, this is a really great location for right across the street from the Orange Show, which is in San Bernardino. So this restaurant, both the business and the real estate is for sale. The monthly on this is around 180 to 190,000 on average in gross receipts. They were close to about a 30% margin in terms of their business. I mean, we're close to with the business for about 1.3. We're almost 4.8 million all in for everything, and you're probably having a gross profit of about 600,000. So again, plus or minus, I think there's some additional expenses there if we look at how much the ownership gets paid, but this is ideally for a restaurant operator. So if someone's looking to either take on an existing brand or even buy the business, they have staff. They have over 21 staff, mixture of part-time, full-time. This is actually a almost over acre lot that is fully ADA compliant. They have updated the HVAC, the sit-in. They've renovated the property and really kept it well maintained. And this is just another good restaurant deal for anybody who's in the restaurant business. So thank you guys. If anybody has any questions, they can reach out to me. And I will give you my updated contact information. DJ, JV, we got to update that. And we'll go from there. It's a burger joint, fast food with drive-through. Mm-hmm. Excuse me? Oh, why are they selling? Ownership is based in the Central Valley. They're up in Bakersfield. The family is up in Bakersfield, and he owns 4 units here in Southern California and travels back and forth. And if he wants to get a price that makes sense, he's open to seller financing. He's pretty open, but I think he wants to spend time with his family. He's kind of I mean, it's all dependent on the credit, buyer profile. I mean, there's a lot of factors, but again, it's really it's available. He's flexible as long as he gets close to his pricing. So that's where that comes in. So, but again, he's a successful operator, does really well for his business. He just wants to sell it while it's doing really well. So again, like I said, well located, and happy to share more details. So there is an option for the triple net if they want to just buy the business. You know, if somebody wants to buy the business, and then we could sell the real estate separately. We're in talks with a few operators from Wendy's, Jack in the Box, and I'm trying to remember one last one, but they have a bunch of different brands. So it could be. So if we were able to get somebody to buy the business, operate it, and it's in conversations. It could be delivered as a triple net opportunity. So, but yeah, it's a fun deal. I'm having fun with it. So good. We'll go on to the next one. Excellent. 9241, Rubik.
Good morning, everybody. Rubik Ovanes here in Cranbrook Realty Corp. Just like Francisco, past president of the LA chapter CCIM about 20 some years ago. Glad to be here. Wish everybody success in a tough year with the interest rate the way they are. This is a small project. We specialize in development projects of multifamily, mixed use, assisted living, hotels, car wash, fast food locations. This is a small site the client had bought, asked us to dispose of it. It's a small project, and it's a single lot. They entitled it for 15 units, then the code changed. So now you can do affordable. It's a great location, close to the studios. Single lot, they demolished it, so it's a vacant dirt lot. Plans were approved for 15 units. However, as I said, the code has changed. You can do a 100% affordable. We've had several offers. Just pricing has been a little bit the issue with the seller. Seller is in this project over to close to $2.5 million with carry cost and etc. He's kind of saying, I'm taking a loss, but I want to minimize the loss. So I think somewhere around 1.7 is the number that can be done. You can do about 24, 25 units, about a 400, 500 square feet affordable unit. The advantage with the 100% affordable is rents are at $4 a square foot, and then increases 3% per year. The project would have no parking if that's what you decide to do. It's not required to have parking. You can do a 5-story wood frame building, and entitlements should take about 6 to 9 months because of the mayor's executive directive. They call it ED1. So it's a streamlined project, a very quick approval, and the project would have basically being 100% affordable, very low vacancy. And the advantage is, since site is already a vacant lot, you don't have to pay demolition and the cost and go through the headaches and issues. The fee is 2%, $1.7 million. We have several other projects similar to this or much larger. Thank you, Francisco, on this one.
Thank you.
Okay, this is another similar project, slightly larger lot. You can do about, 28 units on this, according to the architect. Again, some of these architects, when they quote a unit count, they base it on a unit size. So here, for the assumption, 28 units, singles, and 1-bedroom singles would be about 400 square foot. You can make it smaller, pack in more units. This particular architect feels 400 square foot singles and a 525 square feet 1-bedrooms would be sufficient, and comes up to about $2,000 a month rent on the affordable scale, and a $1,600 plus rent on the single. So it comes up to about $4 a square foot, literally no vacancy when the project is finished. This is an existing duplex, generates 1,650 square feet, generating $6,300 a month rent. Literally right now, it's close to $4 a square foot. This is a location about a block from the Kaiser Hospital in Hollywood. And if anybody doesn't know, Kaiser has plans and has already acquired the land to develop additional medical facility to expand their Kaiser Hollywood Hospital over 1 million square feet. The land has already been purchased and the plans are approved. It's going to be about an additional 500,000 square feet of medical space and a 500,000 square feet additional parking structure. So it's going to be just an amazing area on Vermont, Sunset. This is a block away at Edgemont and Fountain, adjacent to retail intersection. So this can easily, again, be entitled to 28 units or more, 100% affordable project. Fees 2%. Again, this is a small project. We have other projects much larger in different municipalities. Thank you, Francisco.
Excellent. Thank you, Rubik. Appreciate you sharing these projects. Does anybody have any questions? No questions. Okay, perfect. I think.
Not on the phone?
Hold on one second. We're gonna go to. We skipped a little bit. Let's go to the next slide. Did we miss John, or we'll have Cheryl come up? Cheryl, come on up.
I'm this one. There's one before that was John. He was supposed to be here. I'm not sure if he's on the phone. John Martin.
I don't know if I didn't see the slide again.
Maybe he's after me.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Just listed this with Scott Martin at NEI Capital. It's a 10,527 two-story office building currently occupied by a law firm who's been here over 20 years. They're either going to be retiring or downsizing, wanting to close at the end of the year. It's unpriced, but our strike price is $8,450,000, which is about $802 a square foot. Comps in Old Pasadena and Pasadena in general for owner-user buildings range from the 600s to the high 900s per square foot. This building has 12 gated secure parking spaces, which is unusual in Old Pasadena. We have a lot of parking structures with 8,000 car parking if you need additional parking. But this is a huge advantage, having a building with parking in Old Pasadena. It's directly across the street from the $1 billion project, 10 West Walnut. It's 2 blocks north of Colorado Boulevard, so you have a ton of hundreds of great shopping opportunities, dining. The building itself has new improvements, a new roof. It was structurally, well, it's in a historic district and it is part of a national historic building. The improvements, new sprinklers in 1989, exterior paint 2 years ago, 9 new skylights last year, new roof last year, AT&T fiber to the building, great power, 600 amps. 2 600 outdoor patios, 600 square foot outdoor patios, about 27 offices, 21 of which are private windowed offices, 2 conference rooms. The zoning allows, if someone wants retail on the ground, an office on the 2nd floor, or you could have retail on the ground with residential upstairs. So if you have any further interest, email me. I'll send you the offering memorandum, and I have a great video too that you can send to your clients if they'd like to view that before they schedule a tour. Thank you.
Any questions or? All right. Well, thank you, Cheryl, for joining us in person. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. And we have another colleague. I think I'm not sure if it's in the same office or.
Yeah, John's in our.
Oh, perfect. John Martin.
Hey, Francisco, how you doing, buddy?
Long time no speak, man. How are you? Welcome.
Well, and thank you, CCIMLA, for allowing me to present this new, unique opportunity for an owner-user sale in Pasadena. We have this beautiful California bungalow office opportunity. The ownership has put a lot of money into it and has upkept it extremely well. All ADA compliant. We have solar panels covering the parking in the rear. We have 9 parking spaces. There is a detached parking garage in the back, whether you want to use that for storage or park cars or tear it down and create more parking. It's up to the buyer. But the interior is magnificent. I mean, just classic old Pasadena wood. And I mean, there's a sunroom that's just super amazing. Offices are great. Oddly, the old story on this is my dad actually had his office in this building, and it is now being occupied by a transportation company. So they, aren't utilizing it as much as it should be, and so they said, "All right, let's put it on the market." And so yeah, a little over 3,600 square feet. We're at 345, 2% to the outside broker. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and be happy to tour you. And again, thank you, CCIM, for the opportunity to present this to you all.
Excellent, excellent, John. Thank you so much. Anybody have any questions? No, no questions. And Camila Lim, she is in person. If you can come on up. Okay, so you're gonna have a camera here, then you can move your space, and then there you go. Go for it.
Hi, this is Camila Lim from Maher Commercial Realty. We have 1152 South Bronson Avenue. It's an 8-unit apartment complex in Country Club Park, zoned in R3 and an HPOZ, and we just had a price reduction, so it's now at 1.99. And as of this month, it's total 3 vacancies, and all 6 units renovated, and then 2 units are in original condition. All units are 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and then it comes with a single parking in the back, and then lots of street parking. So if you want to be creative, you could bring your architect and discuss the ADU conversion. The cap is at, we're doing a pro forma since there's a lot more vacancy. So pro forma GRM is at 9.89, and a cap is 6.7. And we encourage, I'm like getting nervous. Okay. We encourage all offers, but as long as you have 8 in the front, then we could definitely try to help to close the deal. And that is it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Your 4 units that are recently renovated,
It's 6. I just emailed. Yeah, the marketing.
what kind of, did you get the top of the market rents for those units when they were renovated?
I think right now, it's below 2,000, but projected is 2K.
So the 2 vacant units that you have, you're looking at.
It's 3 total.
3 of them.
Yeah.
You're looking at 2,000 as the market.
Yeah. Any other? That's it.
Thank you so much. And that's the benefit, guys, of coming in person. You guys get to present in front of people here. Yeah. And this is where, I'll tell you guys, if you guys look at my old video, go ahead. Oh, ready? Or, okay. We encourage everybody to come here and present in person, because there's nothing else like it. So it's always great. Excellent. Alfredo, please come on up, and we're gonna have you, look into the camera a little bit too.
Oh, yeah, of course. Hello, everybody. My name's Alfredo Mejia with Seba Real Estate. And I'm here to present. I have a couple of properties to present. Number 1 is 301 Longdon Avenue. This is an outdoor storage opportunity. This is in the city of Irwindale at 70,000 square feet. Price is 5.5. We have a couple of strong offers on this. We've not gone in escrow yet, but still accepting offers. Let me see. What else can I tell you about it? It's right near all the new development off of Arrow Highway in Live Oak. So it's a nice location, very easy to get on the freeways from there, good traffic, and it's right in the middle of all the industrial stuff. But a good opportunity for outdoor storage. And the next property is.
David, can you
JV, can we go to the next property, please? Okay, the next one is 118 through 122 East Pomona Avenue in Monrovia. I presented this one before. This is two metal buildings in Monrovia. It's in the planned development area where they're doing a lot of housing. So this one is 8,000 square feet of improvements on 16,000 square feet of land. And it's, again, locationally, this is an awesome location. It's right off the 210 freeway. And if you've got a plumber or a woodworker, that kind of use, this is excellent because, like, especially for a plumber, because they can park all their trucks inside. And they don't have to worry about security. So it's a great location. And we're offering that one for $1,850,000. That price is very negotiable. So if you have somebody, we are looking at offers. And the last thing I want to say, I don't have any more properties, but that building that John Martin had, that's where I bought my first car when I got into real estate from Dick Martin. So that was kind of a blast from the past.
Nostalgic, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Guys, man, we got a lot of people. It's a small world, everybody. Small world. Excellent. We have Mr. Neil Sherman from Arizona.
Good morning, Francisco. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who aren't sure if you have any buyers or sellers, for that matter, in Arizona or Phoenix, just ask them and they'll tell you. We deal with a ton of people from the entire state, especially Southern California. So if you have a builder or developer who's looking to get into this market or who's already in this market, I would encourage you to take a hard look at this and reach out to either me or Dana in my office. He's going to kind of run point on this anyway. He's been chasing this thing for about 2 years, and the seller tried it himself. He's a licensed broker, and they always think they could sell it themselves. He tried it himself for a while, decided to throw in the towel on that, and listed it with us. We've had this discussion with him. Collectively, I think we all believe the price is a little on the high side. $250,000 per lot for each of these townhomes. It's a little high, and he's basing that on a sale price of probably around $900,000, which is also high. What I like about it, what I love about it is, frankly, I don't care if you're a good golfer or not, this thing's a pitching wedge away from, probably 8 or 10 other similar projects, from about 8 or 10 units on the low end to probably 15, 20 units on the high end. Parcels that were single family homes, duplexes, etc., are now very nice, gorgeous 2 and 3 bedroom condos, townhomes, etc. The ones that are for sale do sell for, consistently and regularly for $750,000. Above that, you'd have to get probably a little bit closer to Camelback and the Biltmore. For rent, it's off the charts. Three bedrooms are renting for, close to $4,000, which probably seems like nothing there in LA, but it's a lot here. And 2 bedrooms, nice 2 bedrooms, probably for about, minimum $2,800 to about $3,500. This is really set up as a for sale project. The full set of plans is available. You could change it up a little bit if you want to, but it's entitled, it's permitted, it's ready to break ground. But if you want to change that up a little bit, one of the things that they do in that area is they put, I don't know what you call it, like a patio or a terrace up on the roof. And people have tables out there. I saw a jacuzzi out there. They put flat screen TVs up there and have parties and stuff. That's very common in this neighborhood, but not for this property. So that's one change you can make. You could probably also get rid of, it's about 5 2s and 5 3s, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. You could probably even go all 3 bedrooms. So you could change the plans up a little bit, or you could just go with what's there right now. Again, great location. I'm in the Biltmore area, right on Camelback Road. I could get to this property within 3 minutes, probably. It's 27th Street and Turney, 24th Street and Camelback is essentially the Biltmore, the heart of the Biltmore. So from 24th and Camelback, it's, like I said, a 3-minute drive, 4-minute drive in traffic. Great location, motivated seller, and ready to build. So if you have anyone for that, please let me know, and I'll mute back out.
Excellent, Neil. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anybody have any questions, or we can reach out to Neil directly? His contact information is there, and we'll head to the next slide. Oh, that was the last one. Excuse me. Anybody have any questions for Neil? Oh, I thought you had another one. Excuse me. Yeah, I have Rich Enderlin here.
Neil, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Rich, congrats
Where's my
on that sale. I meant to send you an
Thank you.
email. Congrats, that's a gigantic sale. Good for you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. In fact, that buyer is it's an affordable buyer, affordable housing buyer. And they love Phoenix, but they do 100 units and up, and it's got to be in either a DDA or a QCT zone. So if you guys have any development deals that are in those zones, we can do something.
Okay, I'm going to reach out. I've been meaning to reach out to you, so I'll do that. Thank you, and nice to see you.
Pal. Likewise, great to hear from you, pal. Take care.
Oh.
If I can make that announcement to the rest of the folks too, I don't know if you all heard me,
Yeah.
but the deal I closed on is an affordable housing buyer. They do 100 units and up. They do ground up development, so a lot of development deals up here. But it has to be in a QCT zone, which is a qualified census tract, or DDA, which is difficult development area, and it's like an opportunity zone type situation. But they proofed up with 140 million. They got plenty of cash. They're looking to go all over the country. So these are a little bit too small up here. But if you have any kind of land tract, it doesn't really matter where. It just depends on it has to be in one of those zones. You know, we can put a deal.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Excellent, Rich. Thank you so much. And that's what this is all about, guys. This is it. Everybody, we're gonna put together a needs and wants list here for everybody. So that's the next thing at the next broker forum. For those of you who have any specific needs and wants, I'd like to share that information with DJ. DJ, if we can start putting together an Excel sheet, that's one thing that we're gonna start doing, so that we can in essence have people who have specific scenarios, even the lenders saying, hey, I got clients that wanna buy this at this price range. And say, hey, this is what we want. This is what we got. If you don't got it, you don't got it. You have it, you know. So anyways, we have Wednesday, August 21st. It's back to school for those of you who have kids, those of you who are still in the area. We have it again, August 21st at 9 a.m. We will be potentially adding another networking opportunity. Like I mentioned, we'll be sending out a survey. Let's go to the next slide. So we have upcoming education events for those of you who are online. CI 102 coming up for those of you who are looking to get your designation, another core class that's been another rare occurrence. Again, for those of you who don't know, they have 4 core classes that happen periodically throughout the year. LA is one of the only areas where we're able to get essentially 2, 3, or even all 4 in a single year. And in other places, you have to travel, go out of the state. People come here and travel out of state to come to California because of the frequency and the education license that we have for these specific sites. So if you haven't done your 102, this is a great opportunity. We have another lunch and learn that's coming up as well. And we have our 2025 election general meeting. Those of you who are CCIMs, Alfredo, get on board. Let's get on the board. Let's get you guys elected. Be ready. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to give you guys a TBA location. We're trying to figure out which club we're going to rent out. I know Alfredo's going to be there, and then we're going to have a good general meeting. So for those of you who are interested, reach out. Thank you again to our sponsors, and for those of you who do you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, when are we going to do a sponsor site to do business?
So we did reach out to them, and we're going to send out. We do have webinars. They actually do have webinars, which DJ, can we make sure we send that out to the group? They have site to do business webinars. They actually we were waiting because Esri just updated literally this last month their entire software. So they have the old program that we wanted to do is now outdated. Now they have a new program, which new data. I mean, you guys probably saw it on your site to do business. it's all different now.
Even
So-
more reason to do a class.
Exactly. So we have touched base with them, and there's a whole new Moody's Analytics relationship that we have with Moody's now. So for those of you who are part of AirCRE, there's some different complications I found out. If we're in LA, we have a particular licensing, and again, there's more explanation. So yes, absolutely. DJ, could we put that on the calendar? We need to get the updated education for the site to do business and the new Moody's Analytics relationship. CCIM Institute has a brand new relationship with Moody's Analytics, and Moody's, I think they got some private equity cash, and they're investing heavily. They bought REIS. They did, I'm trying to remember, they did a series of acquisitions. They're going after this, they want to compete with CoStar. So that's another animal that's part of CCIM Institute. And again, thank you to our platinum sponsors and everyone else. But again, we hope to see them as our sponsors here as well and help us do our business. So excellent. We have our sponsors from our third annual golf tournament. And thank you, everybody. And I'll let everybody go. It's already almost 10 o'clock. So thank you again. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody online.
Do you guys know anything about? Congrats on your move. What made you go to?
Oh man, I had a bunch of, I'm doing, well,